an honor and a pleasure to have you with us here at Kyambogo University. The Oil and Gas Skills Expo 2024 themed training and skilling and unlocking employment opportunities for all in the oil and gas sector and beyond. This is an important event, not only to address the immediate training and skilling needs, but also lay a groundwork for a more innovative, inclusive, and a resilient industry.
The second Oil and Gas Skills Expo, organized by Petroleum Authority of Uganda. An expo that gets together very many young people from the different prospective areas of oil across the country, the different companies, to just come and exhibit the different skills that young people have acquired over time in the sector, the ones that they are being equipped with, and the opportunities that are there for them to tap into. It might not necessarily bridge the entire unemployment gap, but it is a fixation on how best Uganda can be competitive across the world, with seeing that our young people who are in the sector directly, especially the technical ones, have the best skills that we can trade off, but also that will help us develop our sector progressively.
Us as the Petroleum Authority of Uganda, we feel very privileged to have had the opportunity to organize this expo. We are glad that the minister found time to come and actually attend the expo, meet all these young people, and give them confidence about the progress that is being made in the oil and gas sector, and emphasize the value that Uganda attaches to the participation of Ugandans in the oil and gas sector. So this expo is about to share information and share with the people the opportunities that exist in the sector. Ugandans, as the minister indicated, the employment has 3 levels. There are those people who are directly employed in the oil and gas sector. There are those who are employed indirectly, but related. Then there are those whose employment is induced in the sector. Induced means that if somebody is working in the oil and gas sector, but then contracts a service of someone, that other person is getting employment because this one is working in the oil and gas sector.
My name is Peter Kato. I'm a student at Kyambogo University, and I have a project. I'm past innovation, now I'm at production state, I'm at an industrial state. You'd ask me, what am I doing here? Basically, Peter, what I'm doing, I'm converting the waste. What is the waste we are talking about? I'm talking about the plastic waste. They used engine car oil and the rubber car tires. So when you get me the plastic, at the same time we have had measures, which measures they say that plastic can be converted, plastic can be reused, but we have never had a measure where plastic itself can be totally eliminated from the environment. So at this stage, my project, I am eliminating plastic to 0, but at the same time making you wealth, reducing pollution but making you wealth, but at the same time solving the environmental problem. So what am I doing? I get the plastic, what you call the engine car oil, they used plastics, this. So I use both the heavy dense and the low dense plastic. So when I get this plastic, I cut it down into small pieces. When I cut it down, I put it in my incinerator, of course with my hidden chemistry, that is the temperatures, chemicals, and Now when I put it in my incinerator, this is what I see. Now, that is the black thing. Now, when I burn this plastic, I give off a colorless gas. You would ask me, Kato, there's something untold. And I would go back a bit. When you burn this plastic in air or at the dustbin, which color do you see? You say black soot. Now, the black soot, I'll tell you, it's not a black soot actually. You say of a colorless gas. But this colorless gas, when it reacts with the oxygen, is one which gives you the black soot. So, in actual sense, I'm collecting that colorless gas before it reacts with the oxygen. Now that is the fuel. Now when I get that fuel, when I burn this in an oxygen-free environment at a given temperature, I get off a colorless gas. That colorless gas, I condense it via my condenser here. When I condense it, it gives me 2 layers. The 2 layers I have there are what I put here. So I have a lighter dense and a lighter biodiesel and a heavier diesel. The lighter diesel is what I use for fractional distillation and other chemicals to separate into different components, such as petrol, such as kerosene, such as 99% ethanol and diesel.